How many times have you decided that you're going to start a new habit only to stop after 2 or 3 days? Maybe you decided to start waking up early and then you do that for a couple of days, but then on the third day, when 6 a.m. rolls around, you decide to just hit the snooze button and say 5 more minutes. Or you decide to start eating healthy and then after a couple of days, you go back to your old habits of snacking on chocolate or other snacks. Today, we're going to talk about how to build better habits and actually stick with them. These are all techniques that I've used to help me start and stick with new habits. Hi friends, I'm Eva. I have an MBA and I'm here to teach you all about entrepreneurship, personal finance and lifestyle improvements that you can make to help you live a better life. Alright, let's jump into today's video. So the first tip is don't expect to go from 0 to 100% straight away. The reason why a lot of people try to start a new habit and then give up is because they expect to go from 0 to being an expert in the span of a day or two. To be successful at a new habit, you need to work on building it up slowly. If we take some advice from Atomic Habits by James Clear, we can focus on making 1% improvements each day. Over the span of a year, these will add up and your skill level will grow exponentially, to the point where after a year you are 37.78 times better than you were when you first started. This gradual incline will make it much easier to adapt and help you stay on track with your new habit. Focus on adding just one thing each day to help. So if you're looking to get healthier, you might try this. So on the first day, you organize your fridge so that all the healthy foods are there within reach. On the second day, you might fill up a few water bottles and leave them around the house. This will help you increase the amount of water you're drinking throughout the day. Day 3, you might sign up to an online workout course, which will help give you workout ideas and strength training exercises. Day 4, you might try a 5-minute warm-up as part of the workout session. Day 5, you might get some new running shoes to help you avoid injury. You can see that as you improve on one thing each day, over the course of a year, you'll be much further ahead than when you first started. These small improvements will make it much easier to stick to the habit over time because you're not just going from doing absolutely nothing to trying to run a marathon on your first day. Don't think about improving at the task itself, think about how you can improve the environment around you to help you work on your habit easier. Now, if you're finding it hard to stay motivated to do anything at all, then you can focus on the 2-minute rule. So what's the 2-minute rule? Basically, when you're starting a new habit, you want to aim to just do it for 2 minutes a day. The 2-minute rule basically states that when you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. A new habit shouldn't feel like a challenge. The actions that follow can be challenging, but the first 2 minutes should be easy. This helps to master the habit of showing up. Sometimes when you start a new habit, you may stop doing it because it feels too hard. Say you wake up at 7 a.m. and realize you can't be bothered going for that 5K run you said you're going to do. Instead, using the 2-minute rule, you might just put on your running shoes and walk towards the front door. As you keep doing this every day, one day you might decide to go out that door and walk around the block. You can start slowly building on the habit to get to your goal. But the basis of the 2-minute rule is that as long as you've done 2 minutes of this action, then the day was a success. Another great technique is habit stacking. With this, just think about something you do regularly and focus on attaching the new habit to the existing one. After you brush your teeth each morning, you could work on some stretches for 2 minutes if your aim is to improve your flexibility. Research shows that you're 2 to 3 times more likely to stick with a new habit if you make a specific plan for when, where, and how you will do it. So since you're adding the new habit onto something you already do, this will give you a stronger trigger to actually go through with the habit. You'll start to associate the new behavior with the initial habit that you had. So every time you do the initial habit, you automatically want to do the new habit. That being said, if you don't align your identity to your new habit, then you'll be unlikely to stick with it. You'll never succeed at waking up early if you keep telling people you're not a morning person. Likewise, you won't stick to your diet and exercise plan if you think, I'll be that healthy person one day, but right now that's not me. This is a strategy that I have used personally to help me wake up between 5 and 6 a.m. every single day. I used to sleep in a lot and tell everyone that I just am not a morning person. But as soon as I switched my thinking and just started thinking, actually, I am a morning person, it was like a switch flipped in my brain and I was able to start getting up early every single day. The way you see yourself is what your actions will be based off. So if you see yourself as an unhealthy person, you're going to think, well, I'm watching this Netflix show right now. I'm not going to get up off the couch to go exercise. That's not what I do. To help change your new habits, you're going to need to start believing new things about yourself. Think about the type of person you want to be. Is it someone that reads every single day? Or someone who cooks a homemade meal every single night? Whatever your goal is, you need to start believing that you are the person that already does these things. To help reinforce this mindset, you can start proving it to yourself with small wins. For example, say you want to become someone that reaches out to your friends more often. A small win would be to spend each Sunday afternoon contacting someone new from your contacts list. So for example, instead of scrolling through TikTok, use that time to scroll through your contacts list and reach out to someone that you haven't reached out to in a while. As you start doing this more, you'll start to identify with someone that keeps in touch with their friends. Now, if you don't like talking on the phone, you'll probably struggle to call a new person once a week to keep in touch. This leads us into our next point: make it enjoyable. If you don't like doing your new habit, then you're unlikely to stick with it. So if your goal is to be healthier but you really hate swimming, don't try to force yourself to go swimming every single day. Instead, think of something that you actually enjoy. Maybe that's volleyball or tennis, or just going to classes at your gym. Find something that you actually enjoy so that you can actually stick with the habit and help to continue to grow and work on it every single day. Think about how you can slightly alter the new habit so that you want to actually work on it, and it'll be something that you enjoy. You're much more likely to stick with it if you actually enjoy it. So if you don't feel like talking to people on the phone, how about just sending them a message or two? That way you're still keeping in touch, you're still trying to reach out to your friends more, but you're not talking to them on the phone. You're not doing something that you dread. Another great tip is to make sure that your environment is set up to work with you and not against you. We mentioned earlier that it's so important to think about your environment. When I say environment, I mean both the physical space around you as well as the people and external influences in your life. Something I was told a while ago that has stuck with me is that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Basically, their actions, thoughts, likes and dislikes have a large influence on who you are as a person, how you think and how you behave. So if you have someone close to you in your life that's always pessimistic, someone who's always complaining about how things never work out for them or how they have the worst luck, then you're likely to start to internalize some of these feelings, leading you to become more pessimistic than you otherwise would have been. Now, I'm not telling you to stop being friends with people that don't have the same goals in life as you do. Instead, to help alter your influences, you can read books, listen to podcasts, or watch YouTube videos of people that inspire you. Consuming this type of media can have the same positive impact as having physical people around you influencing your thoughts. What I do for this is if I'm driving somewhere, I'll listen to an audiobook about productivity or business, or rather than watching Netflix while eating dinner, I might put on a YouTube video to learn something new. While you're thinking about your environment, also consider your physical environment. If your goal is to read more, do you have your books in prominent places around the house? Or if you want to not use your phone so much in bed, have you got a separate alarm clock so that you can leave your phone in another room? Consider how you can alter your physical environment to align to the new habits that you're trying to build. Make it work with you rather than fighting against these new habits. Alright, to summarize, the best things you can do to help build new habits are: focus on making small improvements each day. Use a 2-minute rule. Habit stack. Align your identity with your new habit. Make it enjoyable. Craft your environment to work with you. Let me know in the comments if you've used any of these techniques or if you have something else that works better for you. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.